And welcome back to Moon's Remorse. I believe this is session 18. We'll call it Heavens Above. And last session, the group was sent off, or rather decided to go off and find one of the airships that had left the city of Drayans. They headed south and chased the three that headed that way. They found one such ship that is currently floating over the city of Netton, which is in a separate kingdom to the city of Drayans. And it looks like the city has not been attacked or bombarded or even occupied in any way other than the ship that floats over top of it. They flew out on giant gargantuan eagles, the golden eagles of the golden wings from the city of Stormloft, the king's own personal cavalry. And they've landed on the ship's deck and have made their way inside. Lazarus stayed on top of the ship and went to the command wheel, which appears to be some sort of orrery or series of different wheels kind of spun together with arcane energy, and the others descended down into the hold. A mage surrendered and said he would lead them to where they wanted to go inside, and they followed him around into a larger room where a couple of guards remained behind them, a couple of guards were up ahead of them. And once it became clear that his ruse was not going to be followed, and he was called out, the mage basically signaled for the attack. So before initiative is rolled, my presumption, based on the discussion that we had, was that the people towards the back would have been Jun, who wasn't really engaging in conversation, and is usually kind of staying with people in front of him anyways, and Lazarus, or sorry, not and Lazarus. Lazarus isn't there. Just Jun. So, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
All of us, or just
18.
Jeff?
Okay, so you have two options. The ground beneath you seems to be splitting open and looks like it's going to create a 10-foot wide pit beneath your feet. You can move forward, which would put you close to the rest of the group, or you can jump backwards, which will put you closer to two guards, and possibly a third guard around the corner, but you'll be on this side of the pit instead of the other side.
When you say this side instead of that side, should I be able to see a pit?
We just see a map right now.
I will now bring the map up. Hold on a second here.
Stay with us, John.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, John.
John.
Gotcha.
But I will be staying with the party, but yeah.
Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Yes. That's a cool map.
Looks like Star Wars.
Does look like
Really?
Star Wars.
Conveniently so. Since Ithel was the one who, through her perception check, detected the ruse like you mentioned, does she get any kind of advantage with action?
So basically, that advantage is that you're not going to be surprised.
Okay.
What is it that I'm standing on, that big circle?
It'll not be present in a second.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, it's something inside of the hold.
Okay.
Ooh, lad.
So
I
yeah,
seem unable
I
to click on my token.
dodge into the group of us.
You said you can't click on your token?
Yes, nothing. Can others?
Yeah, I got mine.
So you're able
can't
to
see
see
it,
the
but it's
HP or all that stuff?
There.
Yep.
You're not clicked on your ruler, are you?
I am not. I am on the arrow.
Cursor.
How about now?
No. Unfortunately, I think I might need to reload. Can you roll for me, John?
Yeah.
What was Andy rolling for? Ithel?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh.
Should we all be?
Yeah.
My initiative rolls suck.
Mine too. I'm assuming
Yeah.
you have higher dex than I do.
I have a +5, and I always end up like 10 or less.
50.
Okay.
Damn, just hitting our healer with that crit fail initiative. I like it.
I do want to throw out there that I am still wild shape a bear.
You would be
Rawr.
really large. Oh, I should have taken.
I'm still medium technically.
You
Oh, you're a
can't-
black bear, not a
you
brown
can't-
bear.
You can't
Right.
change your size, can you?
I
Certain-
could based on what the animal was, but this particular one is medium beast.
Ah,
Oh, if you're a brown bear, I could have rode you and pulled my lance out, and we could have been jousting fools.
Well, I'm not that strong of a druid yet.
just get on there anyway.
Oh yeah, you're not the. What's the shapeshifting one's moon?
The moon, yeah. I'm the one wood. Hence all the punching and biting. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, can you summon a tree and make it fall on people?
Maybe later.
That's really weird.
That's the thing. You can just summon trees.
Not summon. Don't worry about it. I want this to be special.
When it happens, you'll know.
Oh yeah.
Room went dark.
Yeah, it was showing you things it wasn't supposed to be showing you. Very strange.
Okay.
All right, I switched browsers. I'm good.
Nice.
Now, could I roll my own initiative? That crappy
No.
roll stinks. Oh boy. Thought I would try.
That's better.
You the healer.
And,
Stay at the bottom. It's fine.
Jun should be ahead of me as well.
Now mine's lagging. Okay. Anyways, nothing happens on 21. So Zach, you can go ahead.
So I'm aware all of these things are surrounding me. Is this?
Yeah, that guy in the little corner there, you shouldn't be able to see him. I don't know why it's. Hold on.
Okay. Down in the
That one?
lower right.
Yeah,
Or
that guy
over
there.
him?
That guy there should not be visible. There should be
Okay.
that black
Ignore the man
wall.
behind the
Okay.
curtain.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Thanks, Roll20. I do like your program, but sometimes.
Nobody's perfect. This Nyctalope?
So if you look
Is he
down in the
visible yet?
hold, it's
Okay.
below. As the doors open up, you see that one of them is beneath, and it looks like you can kind of tell that it's its legs jumping ability that it does before. Like when it jumped on the ship, it's getting ready to jump the 20 feet up onto your deck.
I'm gonna, as a bear, look back at Isaac and Ithel, give them a quick nod because I can't.
What kind of
speak.
bear did you turn into?
Brown bear.
Are they large?
No,
Just normal size? Okay.
medium size.
Try to pay attention, John. We just went through this.
We did.
I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get stuff done here.
Disappointing.
I'm going to try to take one for the team. Interrupt that Nyctalope.
Okay.
I'm jumping down on top of it.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Do you want me to make any kind of roll for that, or just attacks?
I would say a wisdom saving throw to realize your idea is stupid, but no, just attacks.
Cool.
Crush another brain pan.
Same. Oh, it's the same. Cool. Bite. That's 12. Probably wouldn't hit. Correct?
Accurate.
Okay. And claws +3. We're just gonna roll a d20. 13.
It does not work. So when you land on top of it,
Yes.
I need you to make a acrobatics check.
17.
You can go. So consider the map that you see basically identical to the map below. Okay.
Okay.
Except that at the top north corner of the room is a ladder up, and then the ladder up you can see there on the top right corner. So where do you
Okay.
want to land when you land? You can land wherever you'd like.
I was hoping to stay on top of it. I was hoping to interrupt its jumping.
Incorrect.
Then I will land on the north side, closer to the ladder.
So basically where you're standing. Okay.
Pretty much where I'm standing, just on the next level
All
down.
right.
Use your movement to roll away.
No, I want to keep him busy.
Designating that you are below with a green swikle.
Got it.
Okay. The mage standing next to Isaac, as the ruse basically has been pulled, will cast a spell as a bonus action. He disappears from right next to you and appears across the way on the other side of the hole.
Look like a misty step.
And then I need Jun to have moved, please.
How far was I getting pushed?
5 feet. You're not getting pushed. You can go 5
Well,
feet.
yeah.
Yep. All right. The mage will cast cantrip. Gonna go with firebolt. And John, you're the closest target.
I dodge.
18.
Yeah.
So you'll take 11 points of fire damage. And this was an attack roll, so if you would like to use your reaction for the first
I will.
time. Uncanny dodge. Take half. And that's
Nice.
always rounded against the
So,
player, so 6.
Round it up.
Yep, it's always rounded against the player. For me, so.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Next up.
I don't
is-
look well, but not exactly bloody.
I only have one spell slot left after all the stuff we've been through.
The
Bad
guards
news.
kind of move up.
Wait, what? We haven't been.
We haven't done
we-
anything
we
since
haven't
the
done
rest.
Didn't we fight those other people? Or,
You
or
long
we had a
rested
long
since
rest. Did we
then.
have it?
We had a long rest at the
Oh,
camp.
then that's way better. Great.
We haven't done anything since we got level 5.
Yeah.
You should
I got-
be
I got my ass beat by a gnome.
y'all
I don't
full
wanna
and
say we didn't do anything.
big muscles.
Take it back.
The guards step forward. They're wielding spears, and they have shields kind of on their person, typical chain armor. They lance out forward, both attacking directly down. So one against Ithel, one against Isaac. Any reactions?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I have a 20 AC, FYI.
Yeah.
Unless I can pair.
What do you-
I don't think. There's no way for PCs to get parry, is there?
No. Well, there's a feat, but it's two-handed. Defensive.
Yeah, then
something.
no reactions.
You don't have protection?
Nope,
There's a-
I have dueling.
Okay. So then those will both hit.
Hey, John, just real quick to verify, are all the blue lines supposed to be closed doors?
Not closed doors, no. Open
Okay.
doors. If you can see
So-
through it, it's an open door.
Okay.
Yeah. I have it now fixed the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, just checking. I saw the one disappear, but I can still see something else.
Oh. The one at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's the one you came through to come into this room. You basically were heading from the bottom to the top of the room
Okay.
before the springing.
Just wanted to check.
So you'll take 4 damage, Ithel, and you'll take 6 damage, Isaac.
Do you reduce that damage, Isaac?
Yes.
All right.
She just expects it of you now.
Isaac, you're up.
So the one who attacked
Wait,
me is
hold
right
on.
in front of me. The one that attacked Ithel is to my left.
Hold on real quick. When you asked, do you reduce that damage,
Yes.
Isaac, what did you mean by that?
Heavy
he
Armor
have
Master.
a Heavy Armor Master?
Yeah, his arm. He reduces his damage, not yours.
That's what I
Okay.
said. I was reminding him.
Okay.
No, I took the damage full.
I'm trying to kill this.
I thought it was the other
I'm
thing.
trying
When
to help our
when he
tank.
absorbs
Okay.
the attacks that you take.
No,
Sorry,
I'm
sorry,
making
sorry.
Sure our tank is,
I don't
Range
know.
armor.
Unless you want to put a warding bond on me and we can just high five it all day.
I think it's
and
7th
then we
level.
can share damage.
7th level.
I'm about to shield the faith you anyway.
Alright,
Rifle tower.
so this one attacked Ithel, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I attacked that one twice with my new cool axe. But first, bonus action, make it cool, divine favor. and 2 attacks from Fury.
That is cool.
Hit and hit. And you said you're designating both of those on him, right?
Yeah, that's a good amount of damage.
You hit him. The first blow seems to just cleave into his armor. You see splints of chain flaring off. It looks like he's dead. Your second attack comes directly into the side of his head as he's kind of rolling his eyes into the back of his head and falling away. And you hit him so hard with that blow, you kind of remove the rest of flesh from his body connecting his neck and send his just corpse spiraling off and away from you.
As a free action, can I just look at this guy and just be like, kind of stand down or die?
See what I can do.
Yeah, you do that, and he kind of goes, "You what, mate?" Like, just gives you a look like, okay. Doesn't seem so concerned by the massive amounts of murder. Jun.
I'm gonna step around Ithel and put a hurt on this guy, hopefully.
Hit him,
Or
John.
not.
He, still acting a bit cocky, kind of turns his spear inwards, catches the Jan with it, and knocks it away. Bonus action?
Bonus is the thing for Isaac.
So he gives assistance to Isaac.
Yeah, aid. There we go.
Thing.
That's the word.
Alright. Okay, so the Nyctalope will fly upwards and straight on. I need Zach,
Yes.
Steve, and Andy. I need the 3 of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
21.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Fine come through.
No.
Not yet.
I think roll 20 is lagging on my end.
Oh,
Up
You
17.
got 17, yeah.
So each one of you can move 5 feet, so long as you're no longer in the same square as the creature.
Well, I'm below, right?
Oh yeah, you're below. Go back to where
He
you
jumped.
were.
He jumped overhead.
He
yeah.
jumped straight up. You actually get an opportunity attack if you have a weapon drawn.
yeah, bite his
Yeah,
ankle.
please. Let's just
That's
do
right, your
straight up.
face. If you have your face
He always
drawn.
has his weapon drawn.
If your face is drawn.
25.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Hang on, let me double check if that damage is correct. D6 plus 2.
You get to say exactly what you bite.
Axe.
Bite him on the
Uh,
brain.
Can I? Is it like a rocket boost that he's using to jump, or is it
Yeah.
something? Can I like bite into one of the rockets?
Sure, but because your face isn't magical, or is it?
Not yet.
I say level. It doesn't seem to
Ride
like
that
cause
bit skyward.
much damage, and you really can't grapple him with that. That's not something that he can do.
Shucks.
He will take some damage, but it doesn't seem he took all of it. Your dexterity saving throw, you don't get forced movement or anything. You don't have to move at all, Zach, but you will be taking the half damage. When it lands and also when it detonates, it causes force damage out from it. So you're taking half, all 3 of you. That'll be a total of 7 points of damage.
Wait, from his landing, I'm taking
From
damage.
his burst and from
Oh,
his
okay,
land.
okay.
Take off and landing both.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is 7.5 or half of 7?
7 is the half.
Okay.
7 and
I
1/2
like
damage.
him.
Okay. Ithel?
Yep. Ithel.
You're laying,
Right.
or you're kind of, pushed away from it as it comes up. You stand and kind of feel your foot slick. As you look down, you see that there's like viscera coming out of the top portion of the guard that was bludgeoned or
That's so
splattered
gross.
open with the axe. It's a gruesome sight to be sure. You move around it, kind of moving away from it. Is that right?
Yeah, I move up
The
a little
Nyctalope
bit
will go
north.
ahead and attack you.
Okay.
It brings out its red hot blade and swings it at you. 23 hits, and it will
It
deal.
does.
Looks like it'll be a total of 8 damage. 5 from slashing, 3 from fire.
Ouchies. That was not very smart. Ithel So Ithil is going to cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action on Isaac, and will attack the guard nearby.
Okay.
And I rolled, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Just let me know what you got when you get it.
13.
The guard kind of raises his buckler shield up and kind of catches it and kind of spins his spear around after knocking the Jan away to kind of point it towards the cleric. Alright. Top of the initiative, or before the start of the top of the initiative there. Scene change. Lazarus, you stand in front of this strange-looking device, and if I remember correctly, you rolled a high enough Arcana check that you know how this thing is supposed to be piloted. The question we didn't ask you is, what are you doing to pilot it? If I remember accurately, you were wanting to move it over and away from the city proper and get it to more crashable landing terrain.
Yeah, we didn't want it to go down in the city. That's the only thing we decided.
Okay.
So I guess turn it around and take it back the way we came?
Okay.
I don't know.
You would know, too, that you kind of have a series of different throttles here that you have apparent. You can go at normal cruising speed. You can go ahead and turn it to a more long-term travel speed, which is a bit faster. So basically, you can kind of operate at a 5 to 10 mile per hour drift, or you can go 50 miles per hour, like full-on gunning it, if you'd like.
I'm not gonna gun it right now.
Okay.
Just cruise, I guess.
Okay.
Like very slowly.
All right. So you turn her about and are kind of lazily drifting back and away from the city as you turn. Okay. No check required. All right. Top of the initiative. Ithil from the side room and Isaac from the side room. You hear a noise. It sounds like a blade being freed from its sheath. A gentleman comes out of the side room wearing kind of heavier armor than the others. This looks like more of what the vanguard on the keep look like than these other guards look like. Looks like he's a veteran. And he will come in. He is wielding a longsword. And he will use it against Isaac. He's using it two-handed.
Yeah, he'll try.
21 and a 15.
First one just hits on the nose.
That'll do 8 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Yep. He kind of spins the blade around. You also notice that as it strikes you, it cuts cleanly, very cleanly. It seems to be magically sharp. All right. Zach, you are underneath, down there, about 20 or so feet beneath everybody.
Yeah, I've got as a bear, movement speed of 40 feet and a climb speed of 30. I can get just to the top of the ladder, is that right? 20 feet to the ladder, then
you'd be
20
right
feet
at
to the top?
Yep.
Cool. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. And do you have an action, or? You could dash to get into better positioning.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna dash to get up here, kind of buffer some of this.
Okay.
Looks scary as a bear.
No problem. The mage on the opposite side starts weaving his hands in kind of a very distinct pattern. And then you hear him whisper some words. He sounds like he's speaking in Draconic. Does anybody here speak Draconic?
Ithil does.
I do as well.
The Nightalope, or the mage says, Nightalope 137, move to the right. And as it finishes that sentence, the Nightalope eyes shift from its current yellow kind of coloration to a green, and then to the yellow again.
Can I just free action speak real quick in Draconic?
Sure.
Nyctalope 137, disengage.
You see the eyes kind of glimmer for a second, but they don't change color.
Okay.
It was worth trying.
Voice recognition software.
Nice.
I like it, dude. I like the idea.
Self-destruct.
Good old off button.
All right. The guard, who remains kind of not really liking his odds here, is going to attempt to bull rush Jun Make it either an acrobatics check or an athletics check, your choice. I got a 19.
11.
He stomps over Jun and moves away from you guys. Ithil and Isaac, you can make an opportunity attack. And Jun, you may as well, but you have disadvantage on yours.
20.
That'll hit.
16 with disadvantage.
Jun,
I do.
you hit as
16
well.
total.
Yep, as he tries to get away from you guys, he only makes it to about here. His ankle is cut out. Ithil's short sword kind of punctures into his shoulder, and as he's kind of moving away further, Isaac, his holy blade kind of crushes into his back and sends him, or holy axe rather,
Do I
sends
get
him
sneak attack on that?
sprawling under. It would have, yeah, but he was dead after like.
I don't care. It's happening.
Let him enjoy.
That foot is cut off.
He's more dead now.
Basically, like walking your hand through a garbage disposal, the man is now splatters on the left wall.
That's how we do it.
Seems right to me.
So the other guards on the other side, you see that they have set their spears aside. Looks like they've kind of latched them in between two metal panels on the ground, and they have pulled out strange-looking crossbows. They point them across the way and look like they're holding as well for the Nyctalope to move to the side.
All right.
Isaac, you're up.
We just aid from John means I have advantage this round, right?
You
for
would have
attack?
had advantage on the first attack you would have made, which would have been that one.
Oh, so it would have been my so I wasted on the reaction essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. All right, I'll look to the captain, and I'll take a couple swings at him. You know, he's swinging at me, swinging at him. Yeah, we call these the fire dice, holy dice tonight.
Damage both.
Nice job with Fury.
And then an additional 6.
As he comes out and kind of slashes into you and then swings the second attack and misses, you're kind of, turn around for a moment and kill the guard as he kind of tries to get away. Then you turn your attention back and the axe kind of just feels right in your hand as you bring it into him and hit him twice. He kind of, from his initial charge, kind of roils back away from you. John, you're on the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to yell to Isaac, keep that one alive. And then I'm going to stand up because it cost me nothing. I'm going to jump into the air and stab this Nyctalope in the brain.
Costs you 5 feet of movement, but yeah.
His
brain.
No, because I'm...
Right, it doesn't take you half
athlete?
your movement, it just takes 5 feet.
Oh, just one. Okay, yeah. I can't find... 27 to jump.
Okay, yeah, you easily hop up and hop onto its shoulder, or its knee, and then jump up after it.
And swap to Diggler mid-flight. And 25 to stab in a brain.
Hits, and you have an adjacent ally through Isaac.
For an additional 7. 14 total. From a
As
piercing
before,
magic
you
weapon.
notice as it kind of stabs, it kind of causes the brain to jostle in the head, and the fluid starts to kind of like bubble from its motion. And you also note too that the glass is already cracked from the first stab. It seems kind of irritated by that, and it focuses on you, but then it kind of snaps back, and it seems to be remembering its original task. It steps to the side immediately.
Bonus action, 8 Isaac.
Okay. Then it steps to the side, and immediately as it frees up that portion, you see the spellcaster throw his hands forward. A bolt of lightning streaks out across the room, slamming into Jun and Ithil. Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
Failure.
Twelve. 17, sorry.
Success.
Sorry, I was reading Jun's.
It's okay.
Get off my shit, man.
Gladly.
Oh, wait.
1 second here.
I'm a healist, don't worry.
I'm going to take half of this, don't worry.
Good old rogue. I love rogues.
Wait, you have evasion? You don't have evasion yet.
Dodge?
This isn't an attack.
Right.
This is a save.
Boo.
Yeah, you need evasion. That's later.
32 points of lightning damage. And so 16 if you succeeded.
Ha!
Oh, I'm hurting so hard.
Yeah, I'm down, so give me back up.
Oh, John's
Oofa.
is John down?
He said he was down, yeah.
Okay. Then
I'm hanging on by a thread.
the two fellows with the crossbows will fire at Ithil.
Oh no! Going for the healer. Bye, guys!
2 misses. 2 bolts
Thank
of force
God.
slam behind, like you kind of dodge and catch one with your. You got a shield, right? Catch, or just dodge
Yes, I have a
and
shield.
block and just escape. But the bolts that they're firing at you aren't regular crossbow bolts. They appear to be like bolts of magical energy that are being slung at you.
Holy shit. Where are they? Where are they? They're in the
All
south.
south. Yep.
Okey
There's a wizard
dokies.
and 2 guards.
That spot right there be out of the way of their
It
bolts.
seems like the Nyctalope was told to move because it was in the
I
way.
wanted to shoot past it.
Yeah. And when it takes into that position, you see that it uses its action to take the dodge action, Isaac. It's basically holding all of its armor forward towards you and Zach, kind of defensively. All right, Ithil.
Does that leave its rear exposed?
Its rears to a pit.
So right here,
It's not its rear.
it's not its rear. So that's also armored.
Yeah, it's again, facing is a hard thing to describe in this game, but the point of it is no, there's no exposed defenseless position. It's taking the dodge action.
Taking the dodge action.
And as you're thinking about, like, is there an opening, you hear this as Jun lays on the ground, kind of like still shaking from lightning, blood just kind of
I
dripping
can
out
heal
of his nose and
everybody.
mouth.
I can heal everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna cast mass healing word.
Okay.
Crap! Everybody gets 5 hit points back.
Okay.
Just enough to die again.
And listen, I'm trying my best here.
He says appreciatively.
I don't want to move. This roll 20 is really screwing with me today.
Real quick. Okay, no, never mind. I see.
So what I want to do is I want to move here.
Uh-huh.
I can't get it to go by the Nyctalope. I don't know what's happening.
There?
Yeah, and I wanted to attack it. I know I'm gonna miss. It's okay.
All right.
I rolled a 14.
Its strange vibrating shield kind of intercedes between you and it.
And I just never know. And I'm gonna use my feet to be able to move away.
Okay.
And screw you.
All right. The veteran soldier kind of looks at you, Isaac, and then wasn't really paying attention to you during the whole gambit. He was kind of looking past you, and he seems focused on something behind you, and you're not sure. But as you kind of turn your head over, you see that Ithil's kind of hiding in a corner. The veteran will move away from you. You can take an opportunity attack.
Damn straight. When will these boys learn not to hit my elf?
I am almost down.
Oh,
too.
fuck.
As he's
I missed.
moving away, he kind of keeps his sword interceding between you and him. He catches this end of your axe with the tip of his blade and kind of forces you to back off. Snaps around the bear, but keeps close enough to it. He spins his blade outwards like he's trying to attack the bear, but goes high, and then comes in towards Ithil and cuts in low. Oh, wait, hold on. You have a 20 AC? 20 AC,
Yes,
right?
20 AC.
On the nose.
Wow.
Fuck.
And so you'll take 9 points of slashing damage.
And I am down.
Cuts her down.
Can I,
ooh,
instead
ooh.
of her taking damage, can I use my reaction, or is it too late?
You can use your reaction.
Yeah, I want to channel divinity, and I'll take the hit.
Okay. Do you swap places with her with that?
No,
Okay.
can I just kind of move beside her and just
Well-
in my holy teleportation?
Yeah.
Like right here.
Holy teleportation.
He teleports to the target and basically takes the damage instead and then attacks the target back.
I thought it was one or the other.
Read it or click it. It's
Isaac.
supposed to be both.
There's that one. Oh, that's the counterattack. and then
Oh, right.
and there's
right.
that one.
That's right.
There's a counterattack, and then there's
That's right.
Uh,
If you have 2 channel divinities, you can do both. That's right.
well, I was gonna talk to you about that at another time. Paladins don't ever get multiple channel divinities, so the whole combo thing will never work.
Well, that's something.
Only
I'll look
clerics,
as well.
only clerics get multiple.
Maybe stack them into the same one.
For that, you take her square and move her 5 feet.
Yeah.
So I guess we swap places then.
Mm-hmm. So Andy is having trouble.
What are we swapping places? Yeah.
Go ahead and switch.
I
I'll
can't.
take the 9.
Got it, Andy. I moved you. Okay. And then the veteran did its thing, and then it goes to Wilbur.
I feel totally fine. And do
Hop up
some
off the floor again.
cool stuff like that.
It's me.
No, little Wilbur.
Damn it.
Yeah. Hang in there.
Get that little in there.
You a bear.
I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action revert back into Cypress shape,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my action cast Cure Wounds on Ethel
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on a second.
for 11 points.
Oh, good.
Something wrong?
Oh, that's
When a
awesome.
creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature.
Neat. Who's this?
Oh, that's the veteran.
The veteran? Neat.
The conglomerate veteran will swing. 15. Misses.
Who is he swinging at?
You cast a spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Out of character note, the difference between a regular veteran and a conglomerate veteran is they have the Mage Slayer feat. Mage goes. Alright. So, let's see. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna try and get that line again. Kind of precarious positioning, but decent enough. This will be striking the Nyctalope as well. I need the 2 of you, Ithel and Isaac, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Roger.
12.
Critical.
Failure. You said critical success?
Yeah.
Okay, so 26 damage, so 13 for half, and 26 for full.
Can I pitch an idea to you? Since I crit on the save, can
No.
I dive in front of her?
I love it.
It went through her.
No.
I'm down.
Can I pitch an
Yeah.
idea to you? Glass cannons are squishy.
What, let her die?
Glass cannons are squishy. Might want to, maybe next time you guys deal with a mage, go for it first. Just tip. All right, the guards will aim their...
Teleporter's the squishy one.
Huh?
The teleporter is the squishy one. We
Yeah.
would have to have jumped over the hole.
Oh, I know. You guys should have range attacks, right? Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
Never.
That's how we
we
roll.
do. We do.
That's something you guys should probably invest in. The guards point over at Jun, and in perfect Seryujin, or Shinese, they say, "Stay down or get shot." Isaac. Ithel is on the ground dying in front of you. The veteran looks like he's ready to rock and roll. What do you do? Steve?
We have potions.
Yes. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I forgot.
Oh, and you said the veteran wanted to rock and roll. I thought he was attacking me or something.
No, I was saying you're up. I'm telling you, you're starting.
Oh yeah. Let's go. What is he? Is he bald? Yeah, you bald-headed fuck.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a spirit.
I hate you.
Oh, I hate him so much. He's
Yeah, you do.
Damage up. And divine.
damn it. Come on, where's my divineness? It's not coming out.
As Ithel hits the ground, the veteran kind of like leans away from the bolt of lightning and then kind of looks to you and then kind of looks over his shoulder at the bear. In that one moment where he looks at the bear, you bring your axe down in quickly, just a snapping bite. It catches him in the neck and he kind of and looks at your face just long enough for you to bury your axe into his skull, pressing his nose and inverting it into the socket in his skull. He falls to the ground dead.
I asked you to keep him alive.
Oh, did you? Sorry,
No problem.
I couldn't hear you over all this blood.
That's fair.
Also, I'm a lizard again.
That's
Not a
what I
big
meant.
deal.
The lizard
It's okay.
bear. He looks over his shoulder at that lizard bear.
Could have
Oh, did
sworn
you-
that was a bear a second ago.
Which one's the true form? I don't know.
But
John-
you got knocked out of bear form?
He did it himself.
I took myself out. It wasn't
Okay.
helping.
John.
If I bonus action disengage, will I avoid a hail of gunfire from these two?
So if you do so and crawl away, moving at half your speed in the direction that you're going, I will say that you still have, the prone advantages, which are that when they shoot at you, they have disadvantage against you.
I could thorn whip you to us if you want.
No, I will ready an action to move after these two have fired.
It doesn't look like they're going to fire until you move.
Well, if something else gets in their way, they might.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm going to stay doing what they're saying. If I can
Okay.
sneakily drink my healing potion, I'll do that.
I got it. So they're basically countering for you to move, but you're countering against them shooting. If they do any shooting besides, you're going to use that momentary window to
Yep.
get away. Got it.
Roll.
Yep. The Nyctalope is just going to attack into the back of the lizard. Ye old cypress. It moved last turn, so it does not have the advantage of stability. So it will swing just one attack, and it'll swing a 14. So miss.
Yes.
All right. But you do feel the heat of the blade and kind of look behind you, seeing that, it's ready to go. Ithel,
Yeah.
death saving throw, Gain 1
Hey,
hit point, take
20.
your turn.
Oh, lovely.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
Clutch.
based moon goddess.
Oh
Stasha is looking out for you.
man, must
You guys
be.
all see this, image up above in the sky of a thorn, and he winks. Just-
Ithel is going to use her channel divinity to preserve life, and she's going to. How much are you down, Isaac?
I have more than half, so I'm good.
You and John.
Okay, so you're also good.
It's
I'm
just-
totally fine.
It's just you and John.
Okay, okay. So how about I will get 13 and John will get 12.
Oh, I see how it is.
You'd give yourself 24.
Yeah.
All right.
This is why no one likes John.
At the top of the initiative,
Right.
Lazarus,
You got plenty.
as you are kind of steering the thing, you notice that the deck has been completely commandeered by the Golden Wings. It looks like 2 of the soldiers are walking towards you, one on its mount, the other not on his mount. The one that is not on his mount is Seth Highwind, the leader of the Golden Wings, and he looks to you and he says, "Do you have it there? Where did the others go?" Kevin.
Sorry, what was that?
So 2 of the Golden Wings are kind of marching towards you, one on its mount, the other not. The one that's not on its mount is Seth Highwind, the leader of the Golden Wings. And he yells up to you. He says, "Do you have control of that? Where did the others go?"
They went down below, and yeah, this shouldn't be a problem.
He kind of gestures towards the doors. I assume you point him in the right direction, and he
Yeah.
heads off that way. The other one on its mount kind of goes, "Great job!" And it's the guy who you were flying with. And just as he says that, and you kind of got the sense of everything's going great, like a blur of black just dashes across the horizon very suddenly and then stops. And you see another one of the destroyer ships, probably a mile or so off, seeming to kind of intercede to where your directionality is going. You've turned it now, and it basically just snapped into position. It looks like its broadsides are kind of pointed directly at you.
Ramming speed.
Which means guns.
On 21, the veteran gurgles more blood. And Zach, you're up.
Is the veteran still making sound?
It's
it,
dead.
Kevin.
It's so dead. It's so dead.
I was about to make very sure.
You guys are all gonna die, dude. Your
Uh,
conflict is gonna mean nothing.
I can't cast 2 spells with a bonus action, can I?
No, you can only cast a cantrip if you cast a bonus action.
Okay, that's
level
perfect.
Spell.
Okay. I'm going to sidestep to this corner of the Nyctalope.
Mm-hmm.
Cast bonus action Healing Word
Okay.
on John?
Neanderthal.
Okay.
Yay!
for 7 extra points.
Good deal.
And I'm going to whip that sorcerer with thorns.
Okay.
If I can
Whip
pull
it.
that. There's
What good?
19 to hit.
You pull it up to 10 feet closer, so you could just pull it 5 feet and have him drop.
Yeah, I intend to drop him down.
Okay.
Get a Wilson scream.
I'm going to make a dexterity save, basically
Okay.
to allow him to kind of catch his footing, because you're putting him into difficult or hazardous terrain.
Sure.
But he fails it. You pull him, release it very quickly, like kind of snap, spin, and pull, and he kind of moves towards you and comically kind of just falls into the hole. You hear a thud.
Outstanding. We'll make sure of that success later. But that's one less thing.
Roll me 2d6, please.
2d6.
Yep.
1 per 10 feet of falling.
12.
The
Look at that.
boxcars. You hear a sickening kind of like thud, but you hear a like he's still alive.
Okay.
That's it for your turn.
Yep.
Bonus action, you see him appear up onto the landing
Oh.
in a
All right.
cloud of mist. Once he appears there, he looks at John, who's still laying on the ground, right?
Correct.
Okay. He is higher than 9th level.
Wow.
Well, NPCs gauge weird.
Okay.
He's only challenge rating 6. And
I just dropped him down a fucking hole.
he got back up and teleported up to meet you.
It felt good.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Things will fall
say
in.
he won't cast a leveled spell. He'll just cast Firebolt, since I wouldn't think he'd have that feat. He casts Firebolt, and he'll do so at Cypress.
Fair.
Hit, and that'll be 19 points of fire damage. Good roll.
Wow.
Good roll.
Very good roll.
All right. It'll go to the guards, who now kind of seeing the situation unfold, will move differently, kind of adjust themselves into the position the mage was in, and fire their weird crossbows into the Cypress. At that moment, John, you can go ahead and take the disengage action, as was your ready action, and move.
I'm picking a spot. Go ahead and take your rolls.
Yep. Wow. So miss and hit. A 19 on the hit. So that'll be 7 points of force damage.
This was on me again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The crossbows they're utilizing appear to be very just strange looking, like, technology that have very kind of spider-like kind of design patternings to them. Steve, it is Isaac's up. The Nyctalope is
All
still
right.
kind of facing off in that defensive posture. And the mage is
Cypress
now
just got hit by crossbows.
Uh-huh.
Crossbow and a firebolt.
And how does... you're still up? and being military.
He'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right, but yeah, I'll just run
he's done.
straight and I'll get it in front of you.
Alright.
Look like I can juice your target, and this guy lied to me, and it says right here that lying's a sin, so I'm gonna cut him in half.
It's right here on the book.
Just punishment.
I
Ting,
have
ting,
a
ting.
book here.
You lie.
Yeah.
I have it in writing.
Very specific rules.
You're a sinner.
Yeah, cut him in half.
You
Hit damage.
take it really seriously.
All right. How do you want to
Do not lie.
explain
to
to?
Isaac.
Tell me how you want to murder him, because you do butcher him.
Okay, so what I do is I take the axe and I bury it into his shoulder, and then I yank it forward so his face is in my face. And then, I literally just say, I'm like, lying is a sin. And then I just kind of like kick him off my axe, like, the
Okay.
fucking blood.
And as
spurting out.
he's kind of backing away, you also spin about and kind of slash at him to continue the further push, and he just spills into the cargo lift.
Nice. That's where you belong.
John.
Well, my target's gone, so I guess I'll go walk over here and do a flip, stab
Yeah.
that thing in the brain.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Oh,
jump over the.
As the guy spills off into the corner there, and or spills off into the hold, the eyes of the Nyctalope shine red, and it kind of moves its eyes in directionality to the three that are kind of angled in front of him.
Oh shit.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna attempt to use Master of Tactics and mimic that dead guy's voice and say Nyctalope 137, disengage in Draconic.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
You got this.
Fucking 20!
Okay. You immediately
Epic.
recognize that it's successful, and if you'd like, I'd allow you to take another command. But it would be your action. Your action was to deceive it.
Oh no, I'm totally cool with that. Smash those two guards over there, the living ones.
Kill those two over there, you say. Okay.
Yup. Fire on them.
On the
Hit
Nyctalope's
guns, right?
turn, it moves. You see its legs kind of outstretch, and two
My
of them kind of
hero.
shift over to the other side, and it kind of just pulls its weight in onto the other side, and then the other two legs contract and move across the pattern, or the hole there, in a very specific pattern, and then it kind of steps into position, its shield kind of moving forward, and you see the shield detonate with force energy, and it kind of sprawls this guy backwards. He takes some damage,
I'll paddleball them against the wall.
and it steps in, holding them in that corner.
Neat.
All right.
Good
Ithel,
job, John.
Yeah, I did a
not
thing.
believing what you see as the Nyctalope is following John's
Actually,
orders.
doing it. Wow.
You maintained that dead guy impression.
Right.
So I
We're gonna need
could
that.
I could cast a cantrip as an action if I cast a spell as a bonus action. Is that
Basically, simple rule of thumb: you can never cast a first level or more than one first level spell, no matter what the casting time of the spell is. So if your casting time is bonus action and you have a first level spell, your action cannot then be used to cast a first level or higher spell. It can only be used to cast a cantrip. If you have a cantrip that costs a bonus action, you could cast it and a first level spell or higher.
Oh. Okay.
The only thing that breaks that rule is reaction spells.
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, so let's see if I can figure this out. Son of a gun. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. So it can't be any higher than first level.
Correct.
Oh wait, I can do that. So I can cast Healing Word as a bonus action, and then cast Sacred Flame as an action. That's a
Correct.
cantrip. Oh, okay, okay. Boy, that's like way too much brain power. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Cypress.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, he's the only one besides you that's bloodied, I think.
For 9.
Okay. And then Sacred Flame on one of the guys in the corner, the one that got forced back, or the other one?
So could I tell which one is more injured?
Guy who got hit. The other guy hasn't been hit at all.
Which one do you mean? The bottom one?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw versus DC what? What's the DC?
It's, 15.
He gets blasted by a bolt of radiance and further shunted into the corner. He's now sitting with his legs kind of spread out and his butt kind of set in the corner. And he just kind of dropped his head into his own lap, basically.
Do I have a sense that if I move here, I'm out of arrow fire?
You're pretty sure that thing's taking up the attention of the guard. But yeah, if you wanted to be safer than you currently are, that would be a good spot.
Okay, that's it.
On the top of the initiative / bottom of the initiative, Lazarus, you watch as the conglomerate destroyer, similar to the one that you're currently sitting on, appears out in front of you. Seth is now already under deck, so he's no longer present. The gentleman who's looking at you kind of turns his head, looking at what you're looking at, and he raises up his sword and says, "To arms, we must ride!" And the other ones start kind of moving to get back in position under their golden eagles. What do you do?
Two questions. How we're like the ship is pointing straight at them, yeah? How wide are we?
Your ship
And does this ship have weapons?
is pointed directly at theirs. The weapons are not commanded through here, so you're not sure. Based on what you've seen, yes, these ships do have weapons, but they're not operated through the driver's stick. They're operated from below decks. But yeah, you are basically dead on, and their broadsides are facing you. From what you've seen of the combat from these ships, they operate very much like maritime craft in that their cannons and weaponry fire off from the sides of the ship. You are currently at a disadvantage, not only because nobody on your ship is firing cannons or able to fire cannons, but also because
we need to.
positioning.
I mean, we're narrow. That's good. But how wide is the ship?
Your ship is about, I believe I said 60 feet wide.
Wow, that's really big.
It's pretty big. You're certainly not at an advantageous situation. I will tell you this though: they're about a mile off. You're pretty sure at your top speed you could probably be there in 2 turns if you were trying to get closer to them, but that would have to be a direct flight. If you were to turn and move 50, you'd probably still take a lot of receiving damage if they are going to initiate fire, probably toward your hind quarter on your ship.
I think I want to maintain like a cruising speed towards them, straight, like keep us as a narrow target for now. And can I possibly use message to one of these guys?
Yeah. Do me a favor though, make an Arcana check as well. You are dedicating directionality towards them, right? Or no?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to close the gap, or are you just remaining in your position?
I want to like continue on as we're continuing on.
But not at any faster a pace.
Nope. Yeah,
Okay.
same speed.
Message and designated target.
Isaac. And
Okay.
yeah, do you want that Arcana
No,
check?
no, not necessary. I thought you were going faster. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I want to tell Isaac, you need to find the guns. They found us. There's another ship.
And then what? And that's what you hear in your head. All right.
What's his voice? No, I'm just kidding.
You hear the reply as, "What's this voice in my head?" Zach.
I'm assuming it kind of sounds like Lazarus. So you should maybe
No, I'm just
Suspiciously
joking.
like a sin.
Kind of like look around for a sec, but I was like, yeah, we're on it.
Zach, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna step up to the hatch and try thorn whip this guy here.
Okay. Miss.
9. Yeah, it's it.
The guard will drop his weapon and say, "I surrender. I surrender." Steve,
Which one is that?
This guy's
so the only guy that's still alive.
He's back in the corner on the very southwest.
Oh, okay. There was another one behind the door, but it just disappeared.
I'll just yell over to him. I'll be like, if you value your life, how do we activate the guns on this ship? How do we activate the weapons?
I don't know. I'm just a guard. John.
I'm just gonna sit here and use my action to try to figure out where the guns would be, using my own maritime knowledge from time served on other ships, and let the nightclub do its thing, because I assume it's gonna just keep following its command until it's met.
Uh-huh. Okay, make
that's
a
what-
navigator's tools or Yeah, navigator's tool. No, just a vehicle's water intelligence check. Just make an intelligence check with proficiency. Yeah, that's it.
18 proficient.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, 12. 15 with proficiency, I guess.
Well, this is already included in your save.
Oh, okay. Then 12.
Should be anyways. Because you have proficiency because rogue. Okay. As you listen to the Nyctalope basically just slash that guy in half with 2 strong slings and think about it, you know that you're on the furthest outside of the ship that you can kind of go to. If they're anywhere, they would be either below you or they're supposed to be cannons. Like, you're assuming that the outside wall is just off to your left because you went down in and then you went back down and in, and now you're on the, like, where you would assume the outside of the ship would be, but all you see is a wall. If there are cannons, they're not on this level, or they're not typical cannons.
I relay that information.
Would I have seen anything on that lower level?
Yeah, Ithel, it's you're up actually while they're still thinking to themselves. There's still a Nyctalope, but it's entirely up to you what you do with it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay. At the very top of the initiative, you see a man in a flowing cloak appear on the scene and looking at the Nyctalope. Looks like he's ready to go to town on it. What do you guys do in response? It's Seth. It looks like it's the captain.
Stop!
He kind of raises his sword up and looks to you and says, "What?" The Nyctalope spins and looks to him, and then it spins and looks to you when you say the command, and it just doesn't do anything.
Neat.
Put it back in its hole or something. We'll
Deactivate.
let's put it in its hole and like close the patch
Okay.
so we don't have to worry about it.
Nyctalope shut down.
It turns itself off, but you do see that its eyes start like blinking every couple of 30 seconds or so, like it's still maintaining.
Like it's at standby.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I just get a pet Nyctalope? Because winning.
Seth looks to you guys. What's going on? Do you have the
Catch
core?
'em all. Gotta catch them all.
No,
We gotta
but
find the guns.
need to find the guns. We have company up above. Lazarus just updated us on the situation.
He knows. He was just there.
He didn't see.
I don't think he saw the warp in.
Oh, my mistake. I thought he was there.
Yep. Don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so what is the plan? What are you guys doing?
Finding those guns.
Okay.
This guy, is this like it's a control panel. Fuck, I don't do computers. I don't computer good.
Rogue it.
It's not really computers. It does look like it has a series of buttons, but each one of them is marked and designated. One of them says left artillery control, the other one says right artillery control. And there seems to be a series of 6 levers underneath each of those buttons.
What language is it in?
What?
What language is it written in?
Common, but it seems to be kind of more Janarian slant, so there's some letters that are not typically seen in common, but you can still kind of read them.
Get word back to Lazarus. Which side do we need to fire from?
Okay. Back up top, Lazarus, as they, haven't really responded to you, and you're kind of still kind of moving in that general direction, first thing that happens is they loose their volley towards you, and the golden wings that are on the ship basically take off. Unfortunate for them, but lucky for you in some regards, the only shot that looks like it was going to dead-on hit instead plows into one of the golden eagles and snuffs it completely out.
Aw.
A burst of blood and feather just shoots through the air as they just maliciously shoot, in your direction. The cannons that they're firing, they appear to be some sort of magical cannon, and you're assuming that they're firing off the spell Fireball in your direction through each of these. More of a moded and directional fireball that once it hits, it detonates.
You guys ever see that video of Randy Johnson throwing a fastball that just blows up a bird mid-flight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I just pictured in my head.
It's pretty
Except
graphic and
huge.
terrible. It's quite horrific, and you also note that the guy who was on the saddle does not appear to be like obliterated, except for the fact that his legs have been removed, and he's kind of falling down, but he's not falling fast. He's falling slowly.
I just kind of start rubbing my temples and thinking as hard as I can, trying to like, I don't know how Lazarus' spell works. I'm just gonna, maybe he hears me, I don't know, and I'm just gonna start saying what Jun said, like what side you need, like the guns to fire off of.
He doesn't hear anything.
I just keep thinking it.
This is my move now.
It's your up, yeah.
Okay. Is there any? Is it like completely clear skies? We got clouds behind us, around us.
Completely
anything
clear
like that?
skies.
Oh, that's.
I like you getting into that
fantastic.
Guns of Icarus mode.
Like we're too big to use fog cloud. And I can't use message and cast a spell because message is a
Yeah.
solid action for some reason.
You have to hack somebody else's brain.
They got no peepholes down there. Like I have to tell them which direction to shoot. Oh man.
Set up a bucket line.
Do we form a line, shout messages back and forth?
I got a can and some string.
Can we close this hatch so it's a little easier? Does anybody know how to do that?
I'm gonna use major image, and I'm gonna create something behind us that'll like come like around our ship since there's no clouds in the sky.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like it just like, oh look, there's a thing, you know what I mean? And I'll create an image of a dragon.
Okay.
I don't know what color, whatever color would be in these parts and in the air.
You know that the golden wings and the wizards therein typically kind of favor the silver dragon, because there is rumored to be a silver dragon that once lived in the city of Stormloft. So a silver dragon rushes out from the side of the ship, goes flying off in that direction. Okay. The below decks, you guys are trying to figure out, what to do. You said you were trying to close the hatch.
Yeah. So as I'm sitting here, I'm be looking for the button, like cargo hold button.
Yep.
Or
There's
also,
a lever.
is there also an intercom button?
No.
Damn. I pull the lever for the cargo hatch.
Okay.
Can I search the bodies of particularly the veteran, see if he has one of those message stones?
So when you start searching the body of the veteran, you find that on his belt there's this very large metal object that has kind of a small piece of metal kind of springing up from the top of it, and grated metal on two portions of it. It appears to have some sort of kind of technological look to it, but it's very
Walkie-talkie.
massive. Other than that and his sword, he doesn't really have much on him.
I turn towards John. It's like, do you know what this is?
It's a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
I bring it to John.
But you don't know it's a walkie-talkie.
Nah, John doesn't know shit.
Back above decks, you watch as the cannons on the opposite side, the spell cannons, move and fire. Detonations hit where the major image is as it kind of moves and courses out to the front of the ship and disrupts the illusion for a moment.
Real quick, is one lever all I can pull in a turn?
Yeah, the doors close.
Is that all I can do, though?
I'd say so. It's a pretty hefty lever.
Fine.
But the spell appears to have worked for this volley. The Golden Wings have now kind of closed the gap so that they're now 3/4 of the way to the other ship. With most everyone, Seth and the guy who got blasted, and those who kind of fell in the initial attack. But everyone else is pretty much there. I'd say a good 15 of the Golden Wings have now kind of almost made it to that other ship. Lazarus, what are you doing?
Can I adjust the speed of the ship and send a message?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so can I try and accelerate at least a bit, close that gap, and kind of put us broadside to them.
So you want to turn the ship as well. Okay. So as you're aware, you're kind of coming dead on with them, and they are stopped in space. So doing so, you're kind of not going to hit them full on side to side. It's going to be more you kind of caddy and firing at them kind of turned angled. Does that make sense?
Oh, get us close enough to board.
Basically, you're turning in a kind of, offward way. And
We want 2 of these things.
Yeah, still sideways. Okay, you do that, and you message to Isaac. Fire off
I'm
the
gonna-
right side.
Off of, whatever side we're going to be adjacent
You're
to.
kind of hanging left and going to fire off the right. Okay.
Alright, I'll relay that message to John. Lazarus says fire off or the right side cannon, so the starboard side.
It's called starboard.
Yeah, starboard.
Okay. You guys get to, your positions they're in, kind of set yourself up, and when you go to the levers are currently for the 6 cannons, they're currently in the down position, and there's a button above the 6 levers for the right side, as mentioned.
Can I read any of it? What's it say?
It says right side, or whatever the right side on it.
Starboard artillery.
Yeah, starboard artillery.
Do I feel like I need to press the button to set it, or what?
I don't know what you think, man.
Okay, I'm gonna slam my left palm down on the button and push as many levers forward as I can with my right forearm.
The second you hit the button,
Same time.
you all feel a sudden kind of pulse from the right side of the ship. And Lazarus, you watch as the spell cannons fire downward at the earth and hit the ground. Just 6 spell cannons hitting the ground below. It looks like the guns were angled downwards. And then when Jun shifts the levers afterwards, Lazarus, you hear a very loud mechanical sound, and you can now see the tops of the barrels off the side of the ship.
Where did they shoot at? Was it outside the city?
Oh yeah, it was.
We
But
Okay,
know some
good.
deers.
you guys have been
Straight down at the city we're trying to protect.
Roast
Yep.
the countryside.
and you're still moving at a good speed. I'd say 30 or so miles per hour, and kind of coming to that position. But yeah, you see a merchant, who's like traveling with a big old crate full of cabbages. It just
John didn't really understand what you said. Could you give me that speed in knots, please?
I understood that reference. That was a good one.
Next, then we go back to kind of the top of it. So Seth is looking at you guys confused, looking at the Nyctalope who's in sleep mode confused, and he kind of just hops over it's actually lifted up. You did that before. Heads over to you guys and says, "Are we still removing the spell core? What's the plan? What's changed?"
We need to take care of this other ship before we remove our power source.
Other ship. And he turns around and rushes off.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Can I
I'm
go
following
with him
him, too.
topside?
Okay.
No,
Bucket line!
You guys head back to the top of the ship. I'm going to go ahead and snap us
Sure.
into Theater of the Mind. Who's staying with Isaac Ithel? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
we're just leaving John and his pet
Lazarus,
below deck.
the cannons move directionally on the opposite side. It seems like they're kind of pointing lower than they were before. It looks like they just tilted it just like maybe 10 degrees. And they kind of move as well. It looks like they're slowly turning and backing away from you. As they do so, they snap the cannons and fire them, and they all detonate underneath your ship.
What does that mean?
You feel the ship kind of quickly just drop. Like, the angle of the ship is now set at like a 10-degree angle. As the ship got hit, make an Arcana check.
17.
You are aware that the panels and the bottom portion of the ship, the way it stays aloft, is because air elementals are bound to those pieces. You would assume that what they just did is designated a specific area of the ship on your starboard side and detonated their fireballs to kind of kill off and wound those elementals. So now that your ship is basically jaunted off to the side, your assumption is the thing that's keeping you aloft is being butchered by the spell cannons.
Okay, so they took out like our right engines.
They took out your right stabilizer. If you were driving a car, they blew out your right tire.
I'm gonna lean left
Okay.
and I
Try
want
and
to
get
try
it to
and
go.
yeah, keep level, and I want to try and stay with them. Cause yeah, I want to board them. Because
Okay.
I don't want to shoot the cannons on the at their ship when we could A, take their ship, and B, possibly kill more of these gold.
So the way that they're backing away from you at this point is counter to the way that you angled your ship. So you're basically going left, right? And they're backing away right. So they were here, and now they're doing this. And they fired
Yeah, I
at you
got
with
you.
the cannons that they could. So they're kind of moving away from you. If you were to sweep around and move at a higher clip, you could come to a point where you might be able to ram them or pull alongside them.
Yeah, pulling alongside would take a while because of the trajectory. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's still my.
Do you want to speed it up or no?
Yeah, speed it up.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
18.
Okay. You can basically put yourself as far away from the ship as you want, nose or side of nose, at this point. You have a decent grasp of the device, and you know exactly how much you have to spin it and how much you have to turn it, and when you have to not let them continue to spin to perform the maneuver perfectly so that you get to where you want. You basically want to set the nose of your ship against the side of their ship so that boarding can be performed.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to ram them, though.
Not really.
Right. Okay.
I want to preserve at least one of these ships, like
Perfectly
as best
fine.
as possible.
The Golden Wings seem to be taking over the deck of their ship, and it looks like the people who now were birdless or remained on the ship with you are now boarding over to the other side. Looks like the Golden Wings are now taking the other ship.
Is Seth like we're right behind Seth, right?
You guys come up onto the deck and see this happening, and Seth kind of raises his sword, starts running off towards the front of the ship.
Like, are we close enough that you would like jump from ship to ship?
You're going to be because you're towards the back. You during the next segment you will be
Yeah. I want to get. I'm ready. I'm jumping on that
rushing
ship.
with Seth, and then Cypress.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Bear.
No, I stopped being a bear an hour ago.
All right.
You know what? Make this safer. Make this much
Wait,
safer.
Isaac,
I am
you
going to-
did you stay? You rushed off. It's who's below deck? John and Ithel.
No, Ithel's with Isaac, and,
Oh,
and
really?
I guess Cypress too. Yeah, the three of us went off to follow Seth.
Is that what happened?
John and Nyctalope below deck.
You left me alone in this thing?
Yeah, we said so too.
All right.
I thought Ithel was staying with him.
I thought Ithel stayed
Nah.
below. Okay.
Nah.
Well, that's fine. John, anything you want to do down there? I mean, you got the terminal. Isaac just got up and rushed off, and
I got no messages, so I hit the button.
okay. Shit. Isaac, Ithel, Cypress, and Seth need to make dexterity saving throws.
Yay.
3, nat 1.
Okay.
Oh, 23. At least you could turn to a bird if you fall off or
I
something.
cannot.
Better hope some of those eagles are alive.
As you guys are
Cannot
preparing
make
to
it
jump
clear enough that I
from
cannot fly.
as you guys are preparing to jump from ship to ship, the spell cannons on your side go off. But because of the way you're positioned, those cannons are now just detonating onto the deck of the other ship, causing the explosion to detonate towards you and away from you. Somehow, like an action fucking hero, Isaac jumps from his ship to the other ship and lands, and then jumps again through the fireball and lands in the fray against conglomerates and golden wings currently contesting on the other ship.
Paladin Bruce Willis.
How does Ithel do first?
Hold on. The other factor is that as the explosion hits and Isaac kind of lands in that position, the ship that he's now standing on does this. And everybody starts to slide towards the spell cannons and the broken end.
Oh no.
That said, you watch as Cypress hits the other side of the ship is basically engulfed in flame and is sent off the side of the ship.
No. Can I grab him?
You can make. No,
Can I
you
try
can't
something?
actually.
Grab him.
You cannot. Because
May I try?
Ithel gets burst in flames and is able to keep herself prone on the flat of the ship, but she's pretty much just left kind of burnt and scarred. You're taking half of 30 damage, so 15.
That's just enough to put me down.
Yeah, you're unconscious laying on the other side of the ship. Zach, you are taking 30 real damage.
Uh-oh.
Are you out unconscious?
Are you off the ship too?
Yeah, you see him fly off the side of the ship.
Just to recap, I yelled bucket
Oh,
line
no.
before you ran away.
No. No.
And Isaac, you are on the opposite side of the ship. You slide a little bit, but it looks like more conglomerate people flew off
Ow.
because the Golden Wings just landed, and the birds kind of set their claws into the panels there.
How
It is-
high are we off the ground?
So fucking high.
300 feet, I think.
Since I had a kind of a spike, is there any golden, like, is there an eagle or any golden wings with a bird near me at all?
Yeah, several.
I'm just, to no one in particular. Like, did I see Cypress fall at all? Like, do I have any idea? Oh,
Who just rolled?
300
No, it would be
Cypress
30.
hitting the
It
floor.
would be 30.
We'll
D6.
see. I might be able to.
It's
did I
every
see
10
him
feet
fall?
increment. But
Terminal velocity.
you make a perception check. There was a lot of fire.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure an eagle saw it happen.
no. I saw nothing.
You wouldn't have seen Cypress get flared off the side.
So focused on his badass superhero landing.
But do I see Ethel's
An
like
eagle saw it.
gimp body? Like
You see
on there,
her.
at least?
Yeah, she's still laying on the ship after the
Okay,
detonation.
I run over to her and I dump in
Well, you kind of,
all the lay on hands.
you're at like a 30-degree angle, so it's more of a kind of like slow walk crawl to her because you don't want to slide off the edge like people you don't know might have. And so then
Can I
you-
do something cool? Can I slide but use my axe to like control the
Yes.
slide and like yeah.
That is sweet.
And then as I'm very heroic, I kind of sweep in and then I kind of scoop her up as like the maiden she is, and as I'm grabbing her, I just like dump the lay on hands into
Gotcha.
her body,
All right. How much?
all of it. So 25.
Wow.
All right.
To be fair, I wanted to turn into a frog before making that jump. It's too late now.
A splattered
I'm aware.
frog.
Okay, so John,
Like-
on your side, you hear a very loud crashing sound inside of the ship, and you also hear the sounds of screams coming from like the right side of the ship. You being on the left side of the ship.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He does not care.
Pretty sure I got
Like-
some bad guys.
Good, bad.
Okay.
For the Wilson.
Then it goes to back up to the top of the ship. Lazarus, here's the situation. The detonation caused their ship to drop, and your ship was already kind of dropped, but you're leaning away. It's basically just more damage to that same kind of sector. The right side of your ship seems to be damaged. You do notice that one of the cannons is limping lower than the other. It appears that the mounting for that has probably been damaged in the shot as well. It looks like the Golden Wings have done a surprising job of securing the other ship. But you do notice that the mage on the other ship, who's basically in your current position, is still standing.
Can he swoop the ship down and pick up Cypress? Like,
I mean, I was gonna ask if there's any way, since I do have my owl familiar, for me to have my owl go and pick up the giant lizard man, but I feel like that's exceptionally unreasonable.
Make a perception check anyways. Again, it was a large detonation. Like,
17.
yeah, so you kind of have an idea of where he fell off to. If you wanted to use your action to kind of control your owl to go and seek him out, you could.
It's not gonna be able to grab him. That's so waste. Like, there's no way. I assume he weighs like 300 pounds or something.
He's
You
not
just
saying
see
pick
the
it up.
horror
He's
of
saying,
it.
he's saying locate it. John's giving him an out. He's not going to outright kill him, knocking him off a boat.
You know, give your owl a healing potion, and it can use a talent to shove it down his throat while he's tumbling through the air.
My familiar operates on its own, though. That's not gonna consume like what I want to do.
Yeah, if it went down to the ground, you would only have 100 feet of it. once it got out of the 100 feet range, you wouldn't be able to command it. So if Cypress is closer to the ground, then you would have to. You couldn't get it because it's more than
The
100 feet
gun's
away.
knocked out of position. He's probably laying on top of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want my owl to go like look for him, and then Lazarus is gonna do some other shit. More importantly, scold the rogue.
Could I make a death save?
Oh no worries. Don't worry about anything like that.
Yeah, because you flat out dead.
Anywho, so Lazarus, what are you doing?
I'm going to, use message on the one guy who didn't come up above deck. Be like,
John.
John, I think you made a mistake, my friend.
Did we get him?
We did not. I suggest two options. You can either go below deck and try and repair the damage we've sustained, or get up here and help our friend, because it's not so hot up here.
Oh, well, I'm not a wizard, so I don't know anything about this boat. So I guess I'm coming topside.
Just walks away from the command station. Okay.
Bye!
And as far as like steering the boat, I guess, keep us level still and, I don't know, try and support their ship if it's going down, but stay level.
Their ship isn't going down. It just looks like it is. It just looks like it is leaning at a 30-degree angle. So a lot of sliding could be kind of granted there. 30 to 40.
Into our ship, or
Yeah, basically it got hit. It kind of lifted up and then dropped back down suddenly because all of the elementals on that side of the ship were basically butchered by the cannons.
Is there any way to get our ship to like hit their ship and bring it up?
Because the side that you have on there is also the side that has no elementals, so lifting it in that direction will cause more strain on the opposite side. You're going to want to lift a dead end with a dead end, is what you're doing. Make an Arcana check.
Nice, putting the two live ends opposite each other. That'd be the best position.
You somehow manage to get the two of them's weak legs, weak sides, to kind of hold up and keep both balanced. Steve, you are holding Ithel, kind of keeping her, close, and you got the axe buried into like the hook of it, kind of buried in the wood, and then everything kind of just sets to right. That's where you're at. Okay. Anything from... And John's going up. Ithel just got brought to consciousness this go. You guys watch in horror for Lazarus as the spellcaster on the other side grabs a hold of the outer of the edge of the orrery and spins it like this.
I'm double timing it.
And you watch as his ship does this. Just goes straight down. Isaac, Ithel, go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no, he's trying to detonate the ship.
Oh, he's trying to bomb both of them, yeah.
No, you son of a bitch.
Here I am, trying to
20.
save this man.
Andy, you can go ahead and have caught Isaac. The two of you are basically straining and are not able to move at all, but are holding yourselves, not falling.
I got you, bro.
And Lazarus, make a contested Arcana check.
Fucking part of the cards. 19.
Okay, you have two options. Sacrifice your ship and try and push this ship like away, or because the detonation will probably still hit the, well, no, not the city. It's you guys are well away from that, but try and push yourself away from it and get away from the other ship, or try and maintain a position close to it as it starts to drop to allow for your friends to get aboard your ship. Your call.
So, okay, they're going straight down, or where I'm going?
Not straight down, but like pretty close to straight down.
Okay, could I like position our ship like lower than them so they could like jump
Right.
down or something?
That's what
like
you basically hold alongside of it so they can get back on board your ship, or pull yourself away so that you don't also die in the ensuing explosion.
Position myself, and if I can, use my action to message them and say, like where I am.
Okay.
And we don't have much time. We gotta make something happen.
Yep. John, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw or acrobatics check, your choice, because you're moving inside. It's not really a shock.
14.
You're able to keep your footing. You're moving at half speed, but if you're heading back up to the top of the ship, you'll be there not at the end of this coming turn, but the end of the next one.
I was already dashing, so that just set me back to normal speed.
Yeah. Well, actually, it'll set you to half of triple your speed if you're full on dashing, cunning action, and then regular dash. So 45 feet. So again, yeah, my estimate was about right. Next turn, you guys, or you'll be up on deck.
So fast.
Okay. Isaac and Ithel.
Can we see the location where the ship is being steered?
Oh, it's straight down. It doesn't seem to be going towards the city. Just straight
No,
down. into the
I'm
ground.
sorry. Like where our caster is.
Oh, he's up at the wheel. Yeah, he's probably 30 feet away from you.
And do you think it's? I think that we should probably make for him and see if we can make a plan to fix this.
Aren't we're below like this? Or
Yeah, 30 feet up
Ethel,
away
Andy.
from you.
we have
Yeah.
to climb
30 feet.
like up 30 feet.
Okay.
30.
I think we should just. Is there any? Are all the birds kind of taking off now? Like off because this
Jeremy,
ship's going
type
down.
it to him.
Type it to me. I'm feeling a little dense here. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm going to use my Misty Dagger,
Take him
Okay,
with
bye.
30 feet.
You
but I
can
can't.
force
But I
somebody
can't
with you.
take him with me though,
Yes,
right?
You can. You took a
You can
wizard
do
to a
it.
wall with you when John was NPCing you, so you absolutely can.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No,
Okay.
no. Willing targets.
Ah, so I'm going to say, Isaac, we're going to go. Hold on. And I grab hold of him,
I trust you.
and I Misty Step to
Okay.
that
John?
location.
John can't wait to see the baby.
So the
P2
dagger
man.
does allow for one person willing
Beautiful half elves.
to go with it. That's fine. And then you're teleporting to where?
To where the ship is being steered.
To the wizard. Okay, great. You guys appear next to him. That was a bonus action. What are you doing once you arrive there?
Cut his fucking head off.
Make an attack at
He's doing
Make
the best he can.
Make an attack at
No, no.
disadvantage.
Do it for old Cypress.
Yeah, no, I said.
Make
This is
it-
for Cypress.
Make an attack at disadvantage.
Do I get two?
Yeah, you get your full itinerary, but they're both at disadvantage.
Oh my
Holy shit.
god.
I guess I'd attack too.
Disadvantage is that.
This is indeed
Yeah.
for Cypress.
Go for it.
This is-
Second attack too.
The purest.
For those at home,
Oh
he
my
rolled
God.
he rolled 2 natural 20s on the first attack, and he rolled less on the second attack.
Oh
Um,
my god.
First attack hits. Second attack hits. I need the crit damage.
I think it's
13 plus 8, so 21. Okay, and then click the next one you hit with that as well. Okay, so 20, 30, or so 21, 31. Okay, he's
is he
still
dead as
alive.
fuck? Oh, can I smite second level for
No,
Cypress?
because you asked,
Oh.
is he still alive? And then I told you, and then you made the decision. So no. And then
Appreciate
if
it, bud.
your attack misses. All right,
Okay.
cool. And then when it goes to his turn, you guys are fucking dumb.
No,
What?
we're exciting.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, the best
thought
part of
you were
this
gonna
was
miss
I need the
Steph
both
being
of you. I need
did
both
the
of you to
plan
make
chain, and
Constitution
everything is
saving
changed
throws, please.
for all of this.
I thought the Misty Step was gonna go back to Lazarus to get off of that ship.
It wasn't 30 feet away from there.
I need
I'm gonna
both.
hit him with the.
I need both of you to
We've
make
got a
Constitution
show to
saving
put on.
throws. I need Isaac and
Well,
Ethel. Yeah.
10.
All right. So you succeed, Isaac. So you'll take. Let's say it's gonna be half. Will be so full is 21. Half would be
God.
11. And you are not pushed 10 feet away by the spell's effect. However, Ithel, you are shunted 10 feet back, which I would presume would be out and over nothing. You can make a dexterity saving throw if you're still conscious.
I'm still conscious.
Nice.
13.
You fall another 10 feet because of the angle and hit the ground. You'll be taking 3 points of damage from the fall.
Got one left.
Oh my god.
Chatted you, huh? So you're basically just battered and bruised, slid down 10 feet away from him, and hurt. Yep. And Isaac, you're not. The ship does appear to be moving quite quickly. Lazarus, from your angle, you're pretty sure that the range that it needs to be from the Earth is maybe about 50 or so feet, or 100 or so feet, based on what you saw from the detonation of the last one. Once it gets within that range of the Earth, it will null the contract, cause the core to detonate. You're pretty sure that if you follow along, next turn will be a hard press to keep your ship out of getting murdered. Your plan was to kind of hold steady so that they could jump across. Instead, they did something absolutely stupid, and you watch as that's happening.
I see it.
Oh yeah, you can.
My face bombing hard right now, even
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah. So
Oh my fucking god.
here's what I'm telling you: if you stay with them to try and maintain this position where they can jump back onto your ship, next turn it's going to be hard for you to save your own ship.
Yeah.
If you pull away now, your ship will be fine, and it won't be hard to separate yourself from it. Do you understand the choice that's been put to you?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Sorry, Isaac. Oh god.
14.
More than enough to pull yourself away from the ship and steer it off to the side and raise your altitude again. You do have a
I'd
limp.
literally be choosing to potentially sacrifice.
Is that not what you're choosing? Because that's what a smart person would do. That's what I thought you were doing. Are you not doing that?
I mean, I feel like Lazarus at this point probably would and just say, fuck it.
We made our choice.
The thing I said
So,
happens. You steer away and rise in altitude, pulling away, trying to keep yourself angled. At about that point, Jun runs up onto the side of the ship, and you can see just off the edge, because of the limp, you can see the other ship descending down, the bright red Avarian cross, or Octavian cross, on, white tabard, sword being swung in the air, and the laying, just broken body of the elf girl just barely clinging on for dear life to the ship as it descends.
As soon as I hit topside and see the ship going down, I'll be cheering like, "Yeah, direct hit!" And then I see them standing. I'm like, "Oh!"
Yeah, where is everybody?
All right, and then
Is that my action and everything?
no, that was your turn. Yeah, so it goes back to you guys cycling.
Well, real quick, how close am I? Or how close am I to them? I guess from the edge of the ship.
Getting up to the ship, you're probably now about 30 to 60 feet away from the ship as it's descending away. But you came up, and that was literally your entire turn, dashing and getting up there.
Bonus action, give Isaac AIDS.
No, he's. You don't even have that. I'm telling you, the triple dash is what got you to the ship in the first place.
Bonus action, just cheer him on from afar.
You don't have a bonus action. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I can't even talk. You're so out of breath from running.
I'm gonna miss you.
Okay. Now it goes up to.
I thought something else was happening. I just
It goes up to Ithil and Isaac. But when you killed the mage or stopped him, what were you going to tell him that he has to stop? He's obviously suiciding.
Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to use command as can it be a second level spell to make it better? I don't know. I can use command on him. Hopefully he falls for it. And if he does, my command is save this ship, or save us, or yes, make the ship level again. Do the good thing.
Do the good thing.
I mean, to him, killing you is the good thing, man.
But not
Do
save the ship. Whatever.
Okay.
Can you guess
What's the save?
No, there's only it would be my charisma. Let's see, 10 plus charisma, or 17 is the save.
No way. The save DC is 17. You're not that good.
Isn't it charisma plus proficiency? Plus 10?
8.
Oh, sorry. 15. I'm sorry.
I was like, wow, what? Okay. Well, okay, good. It's not a 17, so I save.
Fuck.
I was like, what are you doing? Who built this character? He looks at you and says,
He's just like,
double deuce. Just holding the orrery in a way that it's all of the wheels are pointed down. All right, Ithil, you have 1 hit point left.
Could I do what Jen has typed into the chat?
30 or so feet away from the other ship. Are you?
Do I have the distance to Misty Step?
No, you can't do it twice in one turn.
God damn it!
Are there eagles flying around us at all, or are they just?
No, they're getting off of the ship. They're pulling away. Some of them would have left last turn.
Is there one close enough that he could teleport us onto the back of an eagle?
Not us. He's 10 or so feet away from you.
Yeah, but he's got movement. He can move to me and then do it.
Up.
Okay, so if I Misty Step to the other ship, do I think that Isaac would be able to get on the eagle?
I'm not giving you suggestions since if
I can still move. I can also come to you.
I just don't want to leave him behind.
Are you moving to her, Isaac? You still have movement after your command.
Yeah, I have movement. Like, my question was, is there an eagle close enough that we can Misty Step onto its back?
There's a ship
can
close
get off.
enough
We
for you
can
to
get to the other
teleport
ship.
to.
We can get to the other ship.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll
Well,
just...
I
This has
thought
been
we were
a,
gonna do it in the
a
first place.
clusterfuck. Yeah, let's do that. So he
Isaac,
comes
make a
to me, I
dexterity
hold-
saving throw.
Do it.
Oh no, God, heart of the card. 17.
Yes.
You're able to get to him or to her. Okay, and then Ithel
So,
use the Misty
Step
Step.
to the other ship. Yeah.
Okay. The wizard will cast Counterspell
On the Misty Step.
and shuts you down.
You can cast it on the item?
It's casting
Isn't it
the
coming
spell.
off-
The
Oh,
item's
that was coming
casting
off a
the spell,
dagger.
Misty, but it's still casting the spell.
Damn it, should have cut his fucking head off.
Counter is counter.
How?
I don't know. I'll play blue.
So that was his action.
That was his reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, you still have an action, Ithel. Isaac's already acted for the turn.
Bird. Just get on a fucking bird.
Is there a bird to get on?
Nah, they're 30 feet above you.
Stay fast.
Yeah, really. Do you have a like thaumaturgy or something to like make your voice big and call for?
On the wizard?
Yeah.
DC?
On the person who's yeah.
It's a DC.
15.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, fail. And he's paralyzed. So what happens is because of the angle, he kind of slumps against the orrery, which doesn't really change the altitude, and then he falls off the side of it and just starts slamming down the end of the ship. You watch him as like a paralyzed body, almost like a sarcophagus, or it just drop down and slide off the slide down the ship.
Like an ice sculpture.
Now can I use the Misty Step?
You used your bonus action to cast Misty Step. He countered it, and then you
Right.
used your action to cast Hold Person.
Right. And so now he has his action.
Yep, and he's dead. The ship
Right.
continues to fall, now moving another 100 feet down. So it's now 150 feet above. So next turn it will be detonating. And we go back to the top. Lazarus, I believe you're first.
Yeah. I witnessed this. Wizard's gone.
You watch him basically go, "Huh!" and fall off the side and just start tumbling down
Ding,
the ship.
ding, ding,
Nice.
ding, ding,
He's
ding.
sliding down the ship, but he's not doing so very fast because the ship is also moving down. But he's certainly outpacing the speed of it because it's being powered down. It's not just free falling.
Are they close enough that they could like grab the wheel? Like by their next turn?
They're still about 10 feet away from the wheel.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Message an
again,
eagle, writer.
I mean, I guess I could. I kind of want them to get the wheel and save the ship, but
It's falling too fast. There's no way they'd recover.
You'd also
Dip while.
They'd have to make an Arcana check at DC, very high, I'm not going to tell you what it is, at disadvantage, unless they were being aided by someone who knew how to power or use the ship.
what if they're being aided by me and my help? Because I
If
know
you use
I'm
message
just
to
teaching
cast-
them. I'm like tech support over the phone, like, you know.
If you want, if you want to text, if you want to,
Pennsylvania.
if you want to tech support and try and have them try and drive the ship, I will
Yes.
allow that. You can aid through message. If their plan is to
Yes.
attempt to try and use the orrery and pilot the ship, they will have not disadvantage.
not
Awesome.
advantage.
Right.
But I can, while I'm messaging them initially, I can suggest like, you guys either have to get off that ship now, or I can help you grab the wheel and maybe pull it up. And I'll say this to Isaac, because yeah, you see, I don't know.
Keeping in
I
mind,
believe in him, dude.
You can't even see me, but you know I'm like this. I don't know. We don't. I'll tell you,
Lazarus.
both of us, we don't know arcane magic. We know
I want to give you a
holy
quick
magic.
note here, real quick, Lazarus. You do know that when that ship gets within the 100 or so feet, that it needs to be away from the Earth. The second that happens, it's going to detonate. And if you watch the ship blow up before, it shoots straight down and upwards out from the ship. So that eagle is either going to have to move at Mach speed to get him and them out at this point, or
Yeah.
they
Screw
need
the
to
eagle.
magically disappear and appear somewhere else.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but choices were made. Really bad choices were made, and
I know.
I
I'm
have
just
to
that's
play it
I
as
know.
it goes. Like you knew you were strapped
I
to
know.
a bomb, and your attempt was to try and convince the driver to not do what he's doing, or to kill him. And then what? What was the plan after that? Like,
Right, this is still my plan though. Provide message tech support to whichever individual is more magically inclined.
okay,
There.
let's go ahead and say it is intelligence-wise. It would probably be Ithel.
Oh God, the pressure.
Okay,
I believe in you.
and
I
then
have a
I
12
gotta tell you,
intelligence. What is your intelligence?
John, you
Isaac?
see the ship heading down, just like as described. And
I try to scream at an eagle rider to scoop him up. That's
you
all I
yell
can
down
do.
to the Eagle Rider. One of the
Yeah.
Eagle Riders looks and descends down.
And I'm point, yeah.
Yep, looks like he's heading straight down for that point of it. Okay, and then you guys have your attempt to try and do what you're going to do. Isaac, what are you doing? We'll leave Ithel for last.
Falling off that boat is such a load off.
So tense. Yeah, you got the easy way out. You just
No
died.
You guys could fucking hold hands and bonus action Misty Step. Worst come to worst.
Yeah,
Right.
because don't we have to climb? Or like, are we gonna have to climb back up to the wheel for her to even try, right?
10 feet away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess my thing. Yeah, I just can I hold my action and just like I want to follow her so I can be close enough to grab
Yeah.
her if she wants to turn into mist. Because I can't do anything right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're basically just adding more weight to the ship in its fall. All right, Ithel, are you going to try and climb up to the wheel? Or are you going to
Oh my
teleport to it
God.
with your last use? Or are
Of
you
my last use of what?
Misty Step?
Yeah.
Can you Misty Step as a bonus action or is it an action?
It is a bonus action.
You could do both as long as you don't fail to get back to the wheel.
What do you mean I could do both?
You could.
Move. Climbing is just a portion of your move. You could attempt to
then your
climb,
action.
and if you fail, then use your bonus action to get up there. Then use your action to try and move the wheel. Is what Isaac or Steve is saying.
Okay. So I'll attempt to move there.
Okay, and make a athletics check.
Shouldn't it be aided by
And a
Isaac?
19.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get up there. You're at the wheel,
Okay.
and then you're going to attempt to, with the assistance and whisperings of Lazarus, telling you do this, do this, do this. You're going to attempt to spin the wheel in such a fashion that will cause it to hard pull up from this position. Is that-
Yes. Yes.
Make
That's it.
Make an Arcana check,
Do a barrel roll.
14.
and that's where we'll leave the session.
Oh
for
shit!
today.
Bye guys. I'm gonna roll up another character.
I'll
Steve.
go ahead and stop the
Yeah.
stream. Thanks for watching. By the way, for those at home, he rolled a 14. So we'll see how that goes next
Not
session.
enough.
Poorly.
All right. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and close the stream.